Welcome, everyone, to TimeBlazr Tuesday. I am Kathleen Zemansky. I'm a business feng shui master, business astrologer, and the creator of the TimeBlazr business management system. I want to ask you a question. Have you spent a lot of time and effort to launch a program, a product, a service, a website, a book, and everything just felt flat? Maybe your timing is off, and that's why I want you to join me for the 12th episode of TimeBlazr Tuesday. Okay, let's just hop right in, and I'm going to just go over to our PowerPoint presentation. We're going to be looking also at the TimeBlazr Live. I can give you a demonstration as we are talking through the week. So this is our 12th episode, and we are going to be talking about July 22nd through the 28th. So what I would love for you to do before we get too far into this, if you are new to me or even if you aren't, please go ahead and like and share, but of course subscribe if you're new and hit that bell for all of our notifications. Okay, what we're going to, and this is really a business model that I actually have, is person, space, and time. As I do business astrology, I do business feng shui, and then of course I do the TimeBlazr. So what we're trying to accomplish here is for you to have the best outcome for your efforts, okay? All right, so I'm not going to get too much into the astrology, but I do want to let you know that the TimeBlazr is based on your astrological chart. So your accurate birth information will give you an accurate energetic calendar. Now, this calendar has been around for centuries, literally centuries. It has been used to make strategic maneuvers. It's been used for really helping the affluent and the people that are in power to have more of it. And so really what I'm trying to do is crack that code for you. It's already been cracked. It's just now available to you is all in this personalized digital form. I'll tell you how to get a 30-day free trial, no credit card required, in just a few minutes. So your TimeBlazr is going to be calculated on your birth chart, which is your year, month, day, and hour of birth. Your year is about your branding, if you will. It's about your reputation. It's about your marketing, if you will, how far and wide your market can reach. And then your month of birth is about your career, what you're best suited at, and also your character. Your hour of birth or your day of birth, is about you, your personal development, it's also about your partnerships, if you will, but it's your mindset. And I think during this time, especially of pandemic, where we're maybe watching too much news or we're hearing some negative, people are just kind of blowing up for no reason. So it is really your mindset. So clear your mindset, and that's going to help you be much better off. And then the hour of birth is about your legacy, your life purpose, as well as your investments. It's, the money that you make, what are you going to do with it? So it's your asset pillar, if you will. So some of you may not know what your hour of birth is, but at least you know 75% of the picture. So, and that really is what this cosmic trinity is about. I believe that people do not have perfect charts, especially during certain years. There's going to be times in this metal rat is really kicking in the tush a lot of people. So I would say that most of the time we've got these annual energies that your chart is downgraded. Now, the next piece is your space. If your space is absolutely perfect, you are a reflection of your space. What's ever happening in your life is happening for you as well in your personal and business life, your health, your finances, your relationships, all of that kind of stuff is affected by the efficient use of your space and how you're setting it up. I am not talking about beauty, by the way. Oh my gosh. You know what? That's one of the things that I hear constantly from some people that I talk to. Oh, I do my own feng shui. It was like, really? Tell me what school you have practiced with. Well, I just kind of do my own thing. So in other words, what they're doing is interior design, or they're buying a couple of objects that somebody told them to buy them online or some book. And really, that's not feng shui. Feng shui is actually using the space and setting up different antennas, if you will. We're going to do a series on this as well, I think, is setting up different antennas, if you will, within your space to help you really attract in that energy. So your body's an antenna, that depending on which way you position it, as well as your front door and how you set up your desk and things like that. But nonetheless, your space could be diminished a bit by the very nature of you have some missing corners and things like that. That's kind of going a little bit deeper than I wanted to go today. Sorry about that. But I think it's an important note to understand this. But so let's just presume that you don't have a perfect, everything's going perfectly right now. So your chart's been downgraded. Maybe the space isn't as efficient as you would like it to be. By the way, I'm going to be doing another Facebook Live in just a few minutes after this one, and I am going to be talking about the space, so you may want to tune back in for that. But time is the thing that in everything in feng shui is absolutely based on timing. If it's a good time to do something, if it's not a good time to do something, is it a good time to be in a certain area of your space? That's why it's really good to look at this holistically. So, but the thing that you do have 100% control over is choosing a good day and time to do your important activities. And then let's look at, actually, let's go over to the portal right now and have a look at the TimeBlazr. So this is what the TimeBlazr looks like, and what we are going to be talking about today is the 22nd through the 28th. But let me tell you just a little bit about the TimeBlazr before we get started. As I said, it has been a tool that has been used by the affluent for centuries, literally. So we know for a fact, as a repeatable pattern, that this is a system that can help you make informed decisions. So the TimeBlazr comes with a couple of things like and I'm going to talk about some things that are in everyone's TimeBlazr. Then I'm going to talk about personalization and why you're going to want to get this 30-day free trial. All right, first of all, we have a color coding here. And the color coding is going to start telling you things like a green day, or it's going to be void of a color, or we're just going to call it a white day. So basically what we're saying is if it's a white day, then basically we are hitting a threshold that doesn't hold enough energy or positivity in the day due to the formulas that are being calculated. And these are formulas that have been around for, again, centuries. Now it's just in standard business English for you and more accessible to you. And you don't have to hire a date selection specialist. You have this now at your access in your fingertips. So basically it's saying that, just watch out for the white days, because it no matter what type of day it is, you can see there's all different types of days here. And then when we move to a green day, what happens with a green day is, whoops, a little bit too fast there for us. When you go to a green day, what is happening is that the formulas are now saying, yes, beautiful, we've got some great energy here. So what we're going to do is we're going to be saying that, oh, this is now a usable day for important activities. This is really where I need to kind of repeat many times that the TimeBlazr is used for important activities. Of course, you can use it on a daily basis. But if you're a coach, if you're someone who is launching a website, a book, a program, a product, a service, and all of the efforts that you put behind doing that, then I want you to choose a good day to do that. Okay, let's go back over to the TimeBlazr. And so what we like people to do, obviously, and this is how I work with my clients, is at the beginning of every month, and really what I'm talking about, like it's the 21st of July today, I already want you to start looking at August. Don't wait. You really can't plan out an efficient campaign if you are waiting too long to take an action, right? So this is planning ahead for your established future. So, all right, so then we have these different icons in here, and the icons are pretty amazing because they're typically 10 different things that a business owner would do within a year, a quarter, a month, a week, or even a day to day. So you can take those away if you want. And I'm going to for just a second, just so you can see a little bit difference in the calendar. So now what we have is a star system that's showing up only. The icons can be put back, and I'll do that in just a second for you. But again, when we're looking at the month as a whole, a holistic system, we're looking at what is the most vibrant energy I can have according to the activity that I'm doing. This is an important one. You don't just choose any day. Like, for example, the day that I'm recording is a destruction day. Not a real great day to launch something. You still can make the day usable. You just need to find the right pockets of time to do that. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is choose the highest number of stars that you can choose. So it's high, the maximum is 5. The lowest is going to be 0. You're going to see that rarely, but most likely the lowest on a monthly calendar is going to be a 1 star, but occasionally you will see 0. All right, let's put back some of these icons. Let's say you're going to be launching a campaign sometime this month. You want to definitely have some money. Let's say you're going to do a JV partner with somebody, or JV partnership and or affiliates. That's really great to do here. And then maybe some marketing. Okay, now we're going to select those. And then those are going to come onto the TimeBlazr. And again, for the activities that you're going to be doing that month, then start choosing which days that you can use. Now, we can't go backwards in time. Nobody can do that. You can go back and see what happened, but you cannot use those days anymore. So let's just go forward. So let's say this week for this person, wow, the 22nd, we're going to make sure that we, even if nothing else, is have a discussion with some of your JV partners or your affiliates to see what you can do as far as getting some partnerships going, maybe for next month, and then get a marketing campaign out there. Do a nurturing campaign, if nothing else. Just check in with your clients and see how they are doing. All right, those are some of the things that you can be doing. But while I'm here just talking about a little bit about the portal, I'm going to give you an opportunity to get the software only at the end of today if you'd like, but I want you to start out with a 30-day free trial. But your astrology chart is on here. There's a ton of things that are on here, but there's a couple of things that you can filter in the TimeBlazr, like finding helpful people, or finding days that you have more intelligence to write important copy. Charisma, great for sales, and also date nights, if you will. Travel days, real important in today's climate. We want to know when it's safe to travel. And then your wellness days. I actually had a person buy this software just for this piece alone, just to make sure that she's getting all of her wellness treatments and physical things like that. So those are absolutely filterable. And then there's a great training session in there as well. The full access is for a higher program. We're not going to talk about that right now, though. So just want to show you just a real quick filter, if I could. You go to this search area over here, and there's a number of things you can do. You can look for all of your wealth days, when you have more power, resources, etc. You can do that. You can also remember when I was talking about those activators where you can find helpful people, etc. You can do that. So why don't we look for maybe some sales today, and just go ahead and hit that search button, and then we're processing, and basically what it's doing is it's pulling up all of those days that that person could actually make some really strong sales on this day. And then basically all you do is let's just click on this first one, and then it will take you right to the day. There's other filters on here as well. You just need to go back to the month, and then you go to the search, and then you can search for types of days. And these are all the 12 different types of days. So they all have different and specific meanings once you start working with it. This is just a quick demo for you to see right now. A couple of other things that we can see in the TimeBlazr is that you can print out PDFs. You can print out a year view. That's amazing to be able to just like scope out your whole year and knowing what your best days are. That's that's pretty cool. And then you can also, for as long as your TimeBlazr you can actually print out the month, and then you can have it as a paper calendar as well. I like doing that because I'm more tactile. I like to really do my planning. It's like, having a big Post-it note in front of me. Well, I have my TimeBlazr in front of me to be able to plan out my days. All right, let's get into the week. Let's start with the 22nd. If you want to see the 21st, you need to go back to last week's. All right, let's look at the 22nd. I'm going to spend a little bit more time on the first day and then kind of breeze through the next ones because they really are the big setup, and the thing that I'm going to be talking about is the type of day. So each and every week you're going to find out what those days mean, and then you can do your planning around that. So let's first of all talk about what is general to everyone. So it's the day of the week, obviously. Let's skip down a few boxes. The type of day it is, the positive and negative influences, the sequence of the hours, which are in 2-hour time slots. And so we have 12 hours in the Chinese calendar, 12 time slots in the Chinese calendar versus 24. Obviously, it's still 24-day, but they are in 2-hour blocks. And so these are called by the animal numbers, but for your convenience, I also indicated what the hours are in a regular clock. Then that next box right next to the hours is just some descriptive words, and that's telling you the ingredients of the hours. It's telling you what's inside those hours. All right, let's first look at the positive influences. Actually, let me go back. I just took a sip of water here. Let me go back to that first box here. The favorable risk-reward Yang Fire Tiger. So what this is saying is it's a green day. So it's going to pull over that it's a green day in this box here. If it was not favorable, it would be without color. So then what we've got here is anywhere from, there's 3 different levels: fair, favorable, and excellent. Now this is for everybody, remember. Now how favorable it is to you, I'll tell you in just a moment how to figure that out. Then we have risk reward. Risk reward is basically saying, all right, if you know for some certainty that we're going to have a positive outcome here, then an income maybe, then we want to proceed with starting contracts, starting new business, things like that. So that's what a risk reward is. But there is a risk to it. It's not 100% certain, but if I'm going to be signing a contract, I kind of want to go with as much certainty as I can. Now, this may even be something you want to try with your big clients, because big rewards of working with a big client as well. So if you're thinking about working with a big client, something way bigger than what you're doing, take a little risk there. It might, make sure that you are showing your best efforts. Make sure that if they did pick up the call and say, yes, I want to work with you, that you are ready. So a risk reward means that you're 99% sure ready, but if that's not the case, then you use that for something else on that day. Maybe just sending out general emails to your clientele or working with a client that would not have that much risk involved. Okay, then the next is positive and negative influences. Now, on certain days, you're going to see this color teal, and that's going to indicate one thing. Things are going to move very quickly when you see this happening. And when it's positive and negative, it's going to prevail over the entire energies of the day. So the difference between prevailing over the entire day are 2-hour time slots. You're only going to see what's going to happen in the 2-hour time slots plus the positive and negative influences. So it's kind of a plus and, if you will. All right. So I really kind of made these terms standard business English, as I said. So they should be pretty intuitive if you are, if English is your first language, and if not, go to that training portal I just demonstrated earlier, and you can look up those terms one by one. But, things like generosity, you'll be more generous that day, or people will be generous with you. Good question. Ask good questions, get good answers. Happy endings, you're going to be happy. Mentors means that you could either be the mentor or you are looking for a mentor. Quick action, we just explained things are going to happen pretty quickly. Wealth accumulation, You're going to get highly rewarded if you do the right things at the right time, right? And then we do need to watch out for accidents. And that could be anything from, and this is my MO, I live in a house that's built on a side of a hill, which means we have a multi-level home. And basically, I'm going up and down stairs all the time. And to economize, I'm always loading my arms up with stuff. Well, that's a high likelihood that I'm going to trip and fall on that step. So think twice about how you're overloading yourself, paying attention. Those kinds of things can get you out of trouble. All right, let's hop over to the hours. Again, the same goes for the hours, pretty intuitive there as well, but they're going to show up in 3 different ways. Let's start with the challenging first. So basically, you're going to see all red and minuses. That means watch out. Do not use these hours unless you have to. Now, sometimes people are like, well, wait a minute, I already have an appointment at that time. Try to change it would be strategy 1. That would be my strategy. Strategy 2 is going to be, how can you just understand these terms to the point where if there is disruption, pivot. If there are strings attached, are you going to agree to them or not? Be prepared for what's in these in the contents of this if you must meet at that time. All right, the second type is going to be where it's going to be positive and negative. Let's look at the rooster hour here. So basically, it's going to be a plus sign with blue color, and then that minus. But what we love to see, and it's really easy to see on a green day, is it's just going to be all positive, and it's going to be a darker color green. Okay, this goes for everyone. Now, what is going to be different and what starts making it personal to you is that star system is going to carry over, as well as all of the icons, not just the one that you filtered, but it's going to be all of the icons available to you. Some of them are going to be, like I said, 0 to 5. Some of these are going to be none, or it could have 5 or 6 of them in there. So it depends on how good a day this is going to be for you. And this is going to show up on white days as well, as I'll show you shortly. So what this person does have the opportunity to look at now are the personalized hours. They're either going to be neutral, no connection, like the horse hour, no connection to this person, or it's going to be 1 hour, like you can see in the tiger or the rabbit hour, or 2, like you see in the early rat hour, and then we have 3 on the goat hour. Now, these hours, contents of these hours, not how it says monkey, rooster, dog, pig, etc. Those are always going to stay the same, but the contents is going to change each and every day. And what I want you to get here is the stars relate to the animal that relates to your chart. So that's how it becomes personal. It's nothing about, because we don't personalize the contents or the meaning in, like I'm looking at the goat hour right now. We don't look at, oh, there's 3 stars, so I get more money. Yeah, you do, because the goat is what brings you more money. But the 2 stars, when we look down at the monkey or the rooster or any of the others for the rest of the day, those 2 stars connect with the monkey, and yes, also the ingredients, but they connect with everyone else as well. It just means those stars and the monkey and something in your chart is what influences. Okay, so that's how you look at each and every day. So let's go through the other days a little bit more quickly. Now we've got another day back to back. We have a favorable success days. I love success days. Success days are where you're going to want to be doing your program, product, service launches, website launches. These are things that you start with a success. These are things that when you are sending out your proposals, send them out on a good day, like something like this, in a good time, like for example, the goat hour. Perfect. Love it. We would love to have a really good opportunity to reach out clients during those times. And then the rest is the same, just like on the other days. All right, let's go to July 24th. Now we have the energy that drops a little bit. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about this. This is just the first white day that we have. All right. First of all, we have an unfavorable receive day. So kind of sounds like a little bit of an oxymoron here, but it is unfavorable because there's the formulas through the entire day. positive and negative influences, the combination of the earth, yang earth dragon in a rat year. Those are things are starting to say in the month of the goat. So all of those things are starting to go, oh, there's something up here that isn't exactly perfect. So then they start to becoming downgraded. So then we have to also look at the positive and negative influences. We have quick action here, but I don't really see it as positive, so we don't have it as teal there. And then we have also the negative influence. You really need to watch the negative influences more on an unfavorable day, and you can really bank on the positive influences being more important on a green day. So on this day, we really do need to take caution, but there are still usable things we can do as well. So one of the things I would advise this person to do is, again, look for the most stars with positive energy only. So I see during the snake hour on this day, on the monkey hour this day, on the rooster hour this day, really great opportunities to get some things done. So what I would say is, maybe don't worry about the horse hour, even though it has 1 hour, but you got futility. Why spend 2 hours working on your efforts that's just going to turn into, it being futile, right? So I would almost prefer working between the 7 and 9, because at least it's pure energy, more positive, more balanced energy. But we aren't looking at a star here, so there's no connection. But at least there's more flow in that day. All right, let's look at the 25th. We got another unstable energy. And a question may come up is like, well, wait a minute, it's 4 stars. Yes, astrologically, you are connecting with the snake, you are connecting with the month, and you're connecting with the year. So that's telling me that it's the animal that is. It's not the ingredients of the day. It's only the astrology of the day that is bumping that up. And then it's telling me also that you could be doing a couple of things on this day, which you can, because I don't want you to stop doing work on these days. I want you to make the most of each and every day by tapping into the good times. So we've got, again, the positive and negative influences. So on this day, it would be 11 to 2:59, and again, 7 to 8:59, great opportunities there. And then I would avoid the rest. And I propose, if you work during really succinctly, set yourself a timer. That's probably one of the most used apps on my phone, is looking at the times that I have, set a timer, and really give myself these mini deadlines to get as much done as I can in a really succinct time. All right, let's move on over to Sunday. We're back to a did I talk about the type of, wait, let me go back just a second. Did I tell you what? No, I didn't talk about what the type of day was. It's an open day. And so open is about opportunities. So when you're looking for opportunities, try to find an open day to use. All right, going to the 22nd, this is a fair close day. So it's still in a very nice situation here. So, but it's a close day. So this is a day you want to close things up. This is not a day where you want to initiate a new program or something like that. So this is about more tidying things up and really kind of like, finishing up with some completion so you can make space and go on to the next thing. I do want to point out this one because of health concerns during this pandemic. Whenever you can find a gifted physician, this is something that we can absolutely find out for you through the TimeBlazr. This is general for everyone, and I want to show you a real quick trick here. I just love this. I'm going to show you on your astrology chart, but it was in those filters. I'm not going to do a filter just for time sake here. It's that wellness. We're looking for all horse days for this client. So yours is going to be one of the other 12 animals, could be the horse as well. And then just really quickly how you would find that, you again go to the month and then go to search, go to the the activators, and then you search those wellness days. I'm not going to go through the search because I want to just because I already showed you how to do a search. So just go back to the beginning if you want to see how to do that search. All right. I think we were on Sunday. And the other thing I want to point out to you, as you can see on the monkey hour on this particular day for everyone, this also has that teal box, which means quick action during this time. So this is a really good time to do something where you want a quick response. So this is really great during offers if it happens to fall during your offer time, because you're going to get a quick response. Yes or no, and no is also a good piece of information, because do you need to tighten up your funnel? Do you need to tighten up your offer? So this is going to give you a quick response one way or the other. So I love it when you can either strategically program something during this time so you get that quick response, and or it just happens to serendipitously if you are already scheduled for something and you can't really change it right now. All right, going to the 22nd, well, back to an unfavorable day here. So what we've got is an established day. So this is to help you establish yourself with authority. A new buzzword, obviously, in the last few years is be an influencer. So these are great days if you want to start establishing yourself as an influencer. Obviously, though, you're going to have to use good times to make that mark in your words and platforms, because if you start using these unstable times, you're going to get unstable responses. All right, and then our final day to get back around the block, if you will, is next Tuesday, the 28th, and it is a favorable remove day. If you've been following me for a while, you know remove days are one of my favorite, because I am a taskmaster, if you will. I love to check things off of my list. So I like to use remove days to make space. And if you can think about remove as that is where you are going to have your best outcomes. So, right now I'm doing a kind of a personal challenge that when I walk away from my desk at the end of the day, my desktop needs to be clean and ready for my next day. And I actually set a timer that when I stop, that I really know that, it's time to start shifting gears to make sure that we remove that. So I do that on a daily basis, but I actually set up that habit on a remove day. But on this day, look at the beautiful time zones, starting at 7 to 11 and then 1 to 2:59. I challenge you, and I want you to put down in the comments below how you are actually going to use this day. What are you going to be removing? Now, this is not a good day to start an exercise program, because you're removing a good habit. What I want you to do is remove stuff and then set that habit on a different day. So really what I would say is it's a great day to do a cleanse, especially if you have a tiger in your chart. And you can find that out when you go ahead and get the TimeBlazr, or go to free businessastrology.com, and you can also just run your chart there. Save your chart, because we don't save that information for you. So you can use that if you have everyone can use this to start a cleanse. The people who are going to be most impacted positively, and this is how a clash can actually help you, is if you have a tiger in your day of birth, especially for the cleansing part of it, this is going to help you remove that unwanted weight, get rid of some of those toxins, and really get back into your full vibrancy and back into your power. So, okay, let me go back over to my PowerPoint really quickly. Let's see what we have left over there. Oh, I just wanted to tell you that we do also have on my YouTube channel, you can find more information about the goat month. You can also go to my TimeBlazr website, it's TimeBlazr.com, and you can find monthly videos there. That's where we're going to be posting the TimeBlazr Tuesdays and other important information that may come along the way. So I did tell you, if you are interested in getting your own TimeBlazr, and you could get that at www.free30timetrial.com, and there is no credit card required. This is a personalized system that can help you make informed decisions at the right time. So everyone's time is precious, and I really want you to really know that the reason that I created this, I really had created this originally for myself, then I created it for a couple of my VIP clients, and then what I realized, it was like, I can really help a lot of people here. And really, I can honestly say that when I hear that people have tried so hard and put all their great efforts towards something and it falls flat, it really pains me when I know it was just a matter of choosing a right day and time to help you make your informed decisions and really be profitable. So, okay, you guys, I will see you next week for episode 13, lucky 13, hopefully. And we will see you back here on TimeBlazr Tuesday. And by the way, I'm going to be doing, talking about the space just a little bit. So we're just going to set up that next program. So if you're interested in also adjusting your space with Feng Shui, go ahead and hop over to Feng Shui Fixes, and that'll be happening in just a few moments. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.